very much hoping I am with you and broadcasting. It's been a little finicky today, but we'll hope for the best. So we are back near Macduff's workshop here in the Lost Bastille. It just opened one of these upper pathways to see what's beyond. And I don't believe we fully explored this pathway either, out to that room there. In fact, let's start there first. Get our good friend in play. And then out of play. That's the spirit. That's literally the spirit there. If you're curious. What a show-off with his curvy little sword. Alright, so this is where all those explodey mummy gentlemen are. Not sure what force that is they're using exactly. Doesn't seem to be a flamey explosive, rather a shockwave of some sort. Oh, that's just too bad. Lost to a dog. What with the hacking and slashing and whatnot. Highly inappropriate. Let me know if there's any sort of a weirdness on the stream there. I'm seeing some, extra lag on my side, but not sure if it's translating. Eventually, I will have to actually fight these pursuers. I'm imagining that they're probably like a one-time thing, once I finally steel my courage. Maybe that guy is finally gone. That will help a bit. No more arrows raining down on me from above. Good morning, welcome. I always think there'll be a way to get him through those boards, but they don't seem to care for that sort of thing. Let's try this dog encounter again. With many apologies to the canine community. There we go. A little extra fruit for my pockets there. I'll take it. Let's see what's this way. Fantastic tactics, gentlemen. Caught in the act of streaming. I can't believe it. I've been exposed. Good morning. Welcome. I am hanging in there so far. It is finally Friday. And in the US at least, that means it's Animal Crossing release day. Which has to count as some sort of silver lining to all of this, really. So there is a Pharos lockstone. A very interesting room. Almost seems like a vault of treasures. Or something. We have one vulture ninja. Whatever I'm supposed to be calling those. And I don't trust you. I can never trust those guys anymore. Thanks, Shaded Woods. My bone staff. I'll take it. It really is. What a nice comment. What is he holding? Parchment? Must be a parchment of some sort. Sword and knowledge combined together. Lovely. Not to mention stylish sandals. None of these are trapped, but I can't recall. Okay. So another ladder here. Huh. Interesting. Some sort of elevator device. I also should likely, before I go any further on the inside here, I should likely climb around and grab this item. 1 second. I believe this just leads right back out to the courtyard. No big deal. Confirm, confirm. Sure. So I'll just slip up this ladder. For items. Sweet, saucy items to go in the stew. The more the merrier. I have no idea what this lockstone would do. I'm not sure if I have one. I may have picked up an extra. I picked up 4, apparently. Okay. So I could use one there. I'm not sure if it's necessary. Some of them seem to be, purely good, and some of them seem to be a little bit of a trap. And it all just depends. Let's see what's up this ladder next. It's always funny when you come along a little bit late in the Dark Souls cycle. The game has been out for a while and people have already been leaving messages. And you can also rate messages. So you see this one has like an 81 or whatever. 81 people have said, I like that. But it's funny because this is just saying liar ahead, and it's very likely that at one point in the game there was another message written here that said illusory wall or shortcut or try swinging or something like that. And they just said, no, there's not actually a shortcut there, he's lying. But funnily enough, as the game goes along, the message that's incorrect will get fewer and fewer ratings, while the message that's correct gets more and more until eventually the original message disappears. And then this one ceases to have any meaning whatsoever. So it's just sort of funny, both of these are like liar, but there's no other message to reference. That always gives me a chuckle, because I have so little else to entertain me here. Where is this leading? Aha! This is the Lost Bastille upper section where the mummy man knocked that barrel down. Good to have that around full circle, but we don't want to shortcut back to there. Not yet. Alright, let's see if this is instant death or actually a thing. Whoa. Interesting. So there is an item down there. Well, that looks deeply uncomfortable. I am sorry, sir. Though I also have to imagine it's, you could just slip your hand right out of that. So it's kind of more of a self-inflicted, autoerotic situation, perhaps. I'm not sure. Skeptic's spice. Was he tortured for being a skeptic? Lowers required faith for a chosen spell. That's interesting. You would only have to, or at least you would have to apply 1 point less to faith if you wanted to have like a lightning spell or something in your arsenal, but were a purely melee character. Nice to have the option. Oh, we have more explodey guys. Oh, so many explodey guys. Let's see if I can get down to here. How big is the ledge? Okay. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. I was expecting them to allow me an exit strategy. Fair enough. I guess this will be my exit strategy. I should have taken a sip. Before I did that, I did not realize my health was already low. Foolish. Gaze upon my foolishness and wonder. Okay, we'll get back around to it. No problem. Just have to take care of some dogs. I always wonder if there'll be a way to just rush past him into there, but never actually tried to risk it. He is usually very obliging with that corner. Alright. Do whatever it is you've come here to do. Get it over with. Oh, got excited there. My apologies. No, stop trying to parry the dog. The dog cannot be parried. Alright, there are like 3 of them in here, perhaps? I guess I should take out the archer every time. It's the wise thing to do. Darn. That wasn't fun. But did open a secret passage. I will happily take that. Take the hit. For a secret area. Oh, interesting. Some sort of cleric's robes. A lot of faith items in this area, it seems. Oh, pardon me. I am scrambling for a sneeze. Yikes. Keep clipping those. My apologies to your ears. Darn. I was hoping it may have been a short enough span down there that my souls were still up here, but that's all right. And there they go. Oh well. I didn't need that almost 9,000 souls, plus the 2,000 I just picked up on the way there. Nearly 2,000. That's fine. That's fine. I do not at the moment, regrettably. Am I sounding weird? Pardon me, one moment. We have something in the chat. There we go. Something stuck to the bottom of the chat. We've remedied the situation. Stop trying to parry things. It's not what I need. It's not what I need from you, great sword. Okay, I'll try to be a bit more careful with the explosives this time. Somehow worked out so well. First time through. They're having a hard time. That's fine, I'll come to you. Oh, sneaky. Sneaky little snake. Quiet. Gentle. That's the way. So now hopefully I can grab my small pile of souls and move on. No harm done but to my pride. Whatever's left of that. All right. That was close. He almost exploded me. He almost sploded me right up. Who else? Oh, there. That's who else. Ah, but behind an explosive barrel. Fun. Okay. This is tense. What a terrible sound you've made, sir. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be speaking to a therapist about this room. Huh. Interesting. I wonder what that is for. And I wonder what this is for. Hello. Ah, walking home from work with toilet paper. Yes. That is like the new walking down the street with a bag of cash, it seems, in terms of inciting paranoia in oneself. They know. They want my toilet paper. They need it. Oh, they're all watching me. Oh, stay back. Alright. So it looks like this is finally the bridge we may have seen just upon entering the Lost Bastille. We're finally catching up. Goodness! Alright, let's leave and never speak of this. This is actually the end of the game, if you were curious. This is like a reward for making it all the way to the end of the game. So just stop here, go ahead and turn it off, and it'll be fine. Okay. Not as big a deal as I was worried. Do I have a fragrant branch of yore? Because this is a bonfire. Yes, please. Are you friendly? So far. Hey there.
Still a bit stiff, I'm afraid.
Oh, well, I understand.
I must thank
What?
you, young traveler. I am Strayed, a wandering sorcerer of sorts.
Well, get back to the path then.
I've been a guest for a very long time, but I don't think that anybody will miss me.
So you mean you were a prisoner here since before the undead curse became a thing? You're an ancient criminal. Is this what I'm to understand?
Very good indeed. Cursed one, weak you may be, but I, Strayed, will teach you my spells.
Just because I'm wearing what could be considered some low-income pants does not mean you have the right to call me Foot of the Forlorn. Interesting. Increase intelligence, spell effect. That's weird. You can wear a ring that absorbs your souls. Can you then spend them from the ring, or does the ring upgrade with souls? That sounds fascinating. I'll have to look that item up later. And lots of new sorceries, miracles, pyromancies, and dark magics. Strayed, you naughty boy. This is some good stuff. Okay. And what does he want to trade? Oh, is he perhaps the... Yeah, he's the guy you give boss souls to, and he can give you boss weaponry. Both metaphorical and literal. Man, this is some boss weaponry. Very, very good to know. Strayed of Ulafis. Will you stay here, or will you travel to Majula? This is my question.
Long as I sat petrified.
Oh, thousands of years.
Long enough
Thousands.
for the old kingdom to have crumbled, I see. Why didn't anyone wake me sooner?
They're afraid of you, I think, is the clear answer.
I've never heard the name.
Wow.
Is that what they call this place now?
So he's been locked away since before they named it Drangleic.
Very good indeed.
That always makes me wonder, since the opening cutscene. The city she shows you, she's like, there was once a kingdom, and it comes up over a hill and shows you this glittering city, and I'm like, that's on Orlando. And then she's like, and it's called Drangleic. So it's like, I always wonder if the kingdom of On Orlando, Gwyn's original kingdom, just was repaired, after the events of Dark Souls. Either way, whether you choose to light the fire or walk into the darkness, the kingdom would eventually be reborn and perhaps renamed, and it may be the exact same place. It's just sort of mixed up. But I don't know if there's any weight to that theory.
Cursed ones were imprisoned within this land. Of course, you came of your own free will. The people feared the cursed ones like a plague. Some people would rather keep dreadful things out of sight, out of mind. In the end, they swept them up and corralled them here. So very typical of meek minds, don't you think? Once people
Could be
became
that.
aware of their own frailty,
Could be that they're meek. Could be that you're terrifying.
seized anybody they found undesirable, cursed or no, and impounded them here. Whoever posed even the slightest threat was removed, all so that they could sleep better at night. They even turned the great Strayed into a stone.
They just squeezed a basilisk at you, I assume?
Kingdoms rose and fell on this tract of earth. Mine was by no means the first. Anything that has a beginning also has an end. No flame, however brilliant, does not one day splutter.
It's a very nice lore catch-up.
But then, from the ashes, the flame reignites, and a new kingdom is born, sporting a new face. It is all a curse. And it
Such is the nature of Dark Souls.
inherit the flame.
Yeah, that's what you think. That's what you think, Strayed. Alright, give me one moment here. I do need to grab a glass of water. I'll be right back. Oh, that is flavorful. Tastes of nothing. My favorite.
Was
And we're
created
back.
by the ancient witch of fire.
Yes,
She harnessed
we have met.
the flame and melded it into pyromancy. The witch led her daughters into war against the Old Ones. But legends are legends. What are you prepared to believe?
Considering I saw her and her two cursed sisters bound together in the bed of chaos and ended them myself, I'm willing to believe the legend. Sure.
How long was I sat at long enough?
And we're back around. Just making sure.
Feeble, cursed one.
Alright, I'll be back for Lost Souls.
Hope the
I assure you.
magnificence of my spells does not deter you.
Or the magnificence of your dress that I'm focused on. I care much for the spells, but this dress, could you please tell me who tailored it for you? Yes, indeed. Happy Friday to everyone there. Glad it is a weekend for some. I did not think... I did not think very clearly that this would bring all of these guys back and I would be trapped in a cell. I should have thought about that. Now, this is going to be interesting. Maybe they're friendly. Maybe they're actually friendly. And this is all just a big misunderstanding. Okay. I'm just gonna head out. He's not friendly. Alright, so I came out of there. I don't think there are any other passageways beyond the one that leads back out around to Macduff's, so let us open the gate. We have a mummy on the bridge. Let's hope that's it. Let's hope it's just a mummy on the bridge. Yikes. Did not go well. Quite foolish. Sinners rise. Do they now? Is this a threat? Some extra taffy for the road. And a long elevator. I do have 11,000 souls. It may be worth traveling back to Majula at some point before we get too far involved in this, but let's take a peek. I'm too curious. jump off here just in case. Ah, and a nice torch. That would be very, very nice to light. I picked up a few of these flame butterfly items, by the way. When I picked these up, I was like, I remember those being very useful. And it's because you can light your torch without a bonfire anywhere in these distant torches, say. So that will be very helpful. I will have to decide when to use them exactly for maximum effect. Good morning. Welcome back. Oh, okay. Continuing their tradition of making early bosses just normal enemies at this point. Interesting choice. I'm also very, very slowed in the water. And my lock-ons are not being cooperative. I hope it's out of your system now. Man, I wish I could run. Get out of here. There's no place for you. Ah. Thank you, message. Well, this looks like danger. So much danger. What a bad spot to be stuck. Northern Ritual Band. I forget what the Northern Ritual is. Increases spells, reduces health. Such is the Northern Ritual. We have just taken an elevator. Question in the chat, where are we in the game? We have just taken an elevator down from the Lost Bastille. We finally made it across the bridge to the keep proper. And we're now in an area called Sinner's Rise, beneath the Bastille. And we've got explodey guys. Okay. Huh. Is there an invisible enemy here? That is so weird. There's something blocking the corner. That is strange. Aha. Someone has redeemed their num-nums for some German. I'm afraid that we will have to go German for several seconds at least in response. Or if not German, whatever this is. Not German, that's for sure. I would very, very much like to refill my Estus and spend my 15,000 souls at this point. A hollow dream, I'm sure. Good boy. Pat, pat. Good for you. Huh. Now I'm nervous that there are invisible gentlemen standing everywhere. Just watching me in my various states of undress. It's quite unnerving. Yes, here's where all the janglies are. What a shame. 15,000 souls sitting back there. I have to at the very least hope that now the... Oh, I don't know what to call him. The double swordsman? The sword/mace combo gentleman will be gone for good. This is my hope. Not sure if it's the case. Mummy Man, however, is an every time sort of situation. Or at least 12 times. Okay, somebody dropped down here, if I'm remembering correctly. There you go. Save myself from that ambush, at least. May be able to jump across to there, but I don't know if there's any purpose in doing so. Doesn't look like it. I don't know if I went up here either. That was silly. Let me go up here. Wow. I missed a good deal of that, but exciting. Just some gargoyles? Bats? And there's another bonfire here. Wouldn't that have been nice to know? Okay. Resting. Closer than ever to our pile of souls. And respawned all the guys. Sure. Should have assumed. I should be able to light this torch, however. Baby, you can light my torch. I whisper sensuously to the bonfire. All right. While we are at a bonfire, I am going to travel back. I think we have like an Estus shard or two. We don't have any souls to spend now, but let me get that out of the way real quick and then we'll return.
Is that a shard? Here, to see.
Yes, it is a shard I've found. and another. Wow. I have not been keeping up with those. That will help significantly. No, I do not have any. Okay, great. This is Sinner's Rise. Okay. Sinner's Rise is technically a new area. Over on this other side of the bridge entirely. Maybe the keep itself is the rise in question. Much hoping we can get these souls. We'll, every time we die, have to bring the elevator back up, it seems. But that'll give me a good excuse to sip. Oh, I'm sipping even now. Alright, stop sipping. Here we go. Well, that is a shame and a half. I was really fully expecting that to be a flicker away sort of boss. Of doing this 12 times. It's not sounding super fun. But it does appear as though they give you this stairwell for exactly this reason. Make it slightly easier. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Not sure how I missed that item over there. Let's remedy that. Okay. See if I can get out of the water. Is there anyone else in here? Wonder if... I imagine if I open the gate, they will all come rushing out. Trying to think if I can just leave these guys, but likely no. Ah, that's not good. Ugh. Luckily caught my rolling at just the right time. But yikes. Okay. I hope they're not about to grab me by the ankles and drag me under. So there may still be a guy up here. Let me just do the diligence rather than be unwise. Just in case. Alright. And now, while this is cleared, before I open the gate, I'm going to bring flame down. Never a better time. As I said, we could just use one of those butterflies, but we'll save them in case we get ourselves in a dark situation later. I just have to not sit at the bonfire. I have to light a torch, but do not sit. Do not respawn. In fact, I'll grab it from here to increase my chances of success. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Bursts into some sort of torrential downfall as soon as you go outside. Ain't that just the way? Alright, so now there will be fire below, just in case we end up needing it. Briefly check if there are any torches up here. I think there may be, but they're on the other side of these gates. Huh, there's a Haid Knight. Interesting. Click, click, click. Click, click, click. Nothing? Alright. So let us open this, and we will drag the fire further forward. I think I will do so now, in fact. I'm sorry to keep delaying things here. Just make it much homier down here. Little accent lighting. Wow. semi-cool cove in here. Whatever this should be called. Ooh, there's one. Still locked. Okay. Well, that's fair enough. It's too quiet. I am deeply unnerved. Especially with so many pools of blood hanging around. And I'm guessing this will follow the long tradition of being locked. Sure. I guess I don't need that. So I do believe this is a boss arena that we have made our way to. I completely forget where to get the key. This is one of those interesting situations in that the boss can be fought in the darkness, and it makes it just a little bit harder to lock on. Like, you can't lock on until they're within 10 feet or so of you. If you have the key for this, which I completely forget where it is, this trough in there, that little channel, is full of oil. And you can light it, and it sort of Indiana Joneses the entire place in there. Or whatever I'm thinking of. National treasure? I don't know. Something like that. And then you can lock on to the boss from a further distance. So maybe it would be worth exploring around our open areas just a bit more to see if we can find the key for these gates. Because that will make it significantly easier. If I didn't have 23,000 souls, I'd jump in there and show you what the dark version looks like. And we still may have time for that in the future. Very regrettably, I'll probably have to fight that boss, or mini-boss again, next time we come through. But oh well. Okay, so we have lots of progress made on Sinner's Rise. The next boss open to us. Let us just see what else we can clean up before we head that way. I guess I can fast travel from this one. There's likely a nook or cranny or two I've missed in the Lost Bastille. Also. But let me just check the fast travel options and see if there's somewhere calling out. We do have the Scorpion battle to help the Scorpion gentleman with. Good luck at work, absolutely. Crossing my fingers that you will have many options in the next week. And welcome home. Welcome home, Von Lagaya. I'm always taking stabs at that. I'm never quite sure if I'm correct. Oh goodness, toilet paper becomes quite heavy when you carry it in one arm for 45 minutes. That does sound difficult. I am very glad you are still in possession of it, and your safety, though. Thank you, universe and the world. You've done the right thing. So we do have the Grave of Saints we can begin to explore. I should likely jump back to Majula at this point and perhaps see if we have an armor upgrade. In fact, I was doing some grinding yesterday, exploring some areas, and I think I was messing with Maulin here, the armorer. He has sort of a secret mechanic, or it's really not that secret. As you buy more and more things from him, he forgets more and more why he's here. And he becomes sort of greedy and concerned with money. And I think it's like 16,000 souls or something. If you spend 16,000 souls on his stock, buying his armor and weapons and stuff, he gets this really haughty, "Oh, who are you? I don't even remember you," kind of thing. Let's see if he does it now. I guess
I'm
not.
rich. I don't need to go home.
So yeah, he's like, "I'm rich, I don't need to go home anymore." Where is home? I don't even remember. So after that point, he unlocks this Alva armor. For some reason, it's like his top set. And I purchased a set of it. You can see held 1 here. I purchased a set on the way by while I was experimenting with that mechanic.
Are you sure?
So you did not see me purchase the armor, but I got it from him after spending 16,000 souls. And let's try it. It may be a bit heavy for our purposes, but it is a very, very rounded set, like a very good balance between strength and speed. I'm never sure about helmets. I could keep the whole set together, but I'm not much of a helmet person, that's for sure. We'll try it for just a bit, see if it slows me down too much. So this armor I like because it was used in all the promotional materials for Dark Souls 2. There's another set called the Ferrum armor that I think ended up on the actual cover of the game, but you usually saw this set of armor running around in the trailers and things. Perfect, I did get it correct. I have been wondering. I think you likely told me last time, too. I've just missed the chat out of the corner of my eye. But thank you. So now we have the Alva armor. We are significantly slower. That's a bit of a shame. I wonder if there's any chance it's just a touch. Yeah. So if I don't wear the helmet, I can keep my slightly higher agility. That will be great. So, see if we can do anything with the blacksmith here with our pile of 23,000.
Oh, I'd get new outfit.
I keep expecting him to have more of these upgrade shards, like large Titanite shards or chunks. That would be nice, but I don't know if he ever does, or if there's a way to force him to. I still don't have enough large Titanite shards to increase much of anything. Fair enough. We'll get away from the clanging. I wonder if it'd be worth soaking some souls into these fire seeds. I have not even begun to use pyromancy yet, but it is very, very helpful to have the occasional ranged spell to get people's attention, mostly. So I'm wondering if that will be a worthwhile investment soon, but 8,000 each, yikes.
Be safe.
Okay. I'll come back.
Bearer of the curtain, seek soul, seek them, lest this.
Let's even out a few things. Alright. So with 4,000 on the line, I'm going to jump back to the forest here. It may be finally time to take the pursuer out of play, if that's at all possible. But I also haven't run through this area human, like unhollowed, to check if there's any invaders or anything like that, any events that only happen when you're human. So let me go ahead and use one of these. And easiest way to get there, I guess, is down here now with this gate open. Pardon me for just one moment. And I'm back. Okay, I think we go this way. Not seeing any summon signs just yet. But oh, am I hoping. Don't see any at all. That is a little strange. I was hoping there might be someone to help me with the pursuer battle. If that is not the case, what I may do is actually run back around. There's that sort of dark hallway where we were invaded by like an armorer Dennis or something. I completely forget at this point. And that would be, I think, back here. If I can't summon anyone for the pursuer, I may as well go back to this and get some use out of my human effigy. Because I do believe there was a torchbearer summon you could get in here, which is very, very helpful. And speaking of torch bearing, I will join him. Ah, it wasn't a torch. He has like a light spell. What is his head exactly? Look up. It's like he has a gem or a mirror mask of some sort. Interesting design. Lovely. Thanks, Aphlis. I keep wanting to call him Alphys for some reason, because that just seems more like a name. But it's Aphlis. Impressive. All right. Oh, absolutely. for the follow on Twitter. My pleasure. It's so lovely to see you all out there in the wide world. Even just the wide world of the internet. And yes, I agree that Armorer Dennis can roundly go do something to himself that I should not discuss in polite company. What a jerk is perhaps the way to say it. Oh, he got me. Watch your mirror face. There you go. Exquisite. Exquisite work, Atlas. That's a wide swing. Oh, come on. All right, Dennis. Let's get it over with. I'm here and ready, Dennis. I guess I should do whatever I can to clear them out before Dennis comes into play, including smaller guys. No, the task is not completed. You, well, okay. I was hoping for a little help here, but sure. That's weird. I thought specifically Dennis might be the task at hand, that he would stay through. But maybe I took too long. Oh, this is just gonna suck. Okay. Activate this. Cannot use the bonfire as I am being invaded. That's not good. Do have some explosive barrels there. That would be a good trap to set for Dennis. If I was a wiser man. Ah, I always miss for some reason. Before he gets a spell off. Ah. There you go. Now we're talking. Finally got what appears to be an upper hand. Ah, a little taffy for the road. Perfect. Dennis is surprisingly easy to, like, hate. Not the people. If you're a Dennis out there, I love you, but the word Dennis is like, oh, Dennis, come on. Dennis has done it again. Fogging Dennis. It's just like oddly fits in with that category of words. I don't know why. Very fun to say. But again, not a comment on the character of the Dennises of the world. Dear Dennis. You can say these things just as easily. So we have another giant, but he has a big thingy. Wow, that didn't come out right. Ahem. Wow. A huge seed. A giant rests in peace. Okay. If I'm recalling correctly, a distant hazy memory that these seeds perhaps let you access the memories of giants, specifically the memories of the war here in Drangleic when the giants came across the sea. But I don't remember how to use them exactly. And I guess that is the end of this path. We have Atlas's help. We have cleared it all out and collected everything, I must assume. So, we could go back to the pursuer. Or we could even try this one. There's this early pursuer encounter. I'm just wondering if I should perhaps spend this 9,000 first. Let me run over here. So sorry, too many fast travels. I should have done that the first time. Pull into work just in time for a big thingy. I'm sorry. I'll work on my phrasing.
I knew you.
Actually, one of those fire seeds would be a good get. To push my pile down.
I'm glad to see you're well.
Yeah. Sure. Take one of those.
Always here.
And why not a couple of throwing knives? Or even a firebomb. There we go. Okay, now let's try this. I have about 5 minutes here. Regrettably. But let me see if I can do anything to the pursuer. Can you have a girlfriend in Dark Souls? And if not, why? Well, there's always the hag Melentia. That's usually my go-to if I'm in the mood for smooching. It's her long, slender, abyss-infused fingers stroke through my curly locks. Ah, Melentia. I don't think you ever even get to see her face, technically. Yikes. That is the pursuer. He's coming in for a landing. And he's impaled me on his sword. And I've been cursed. Effective. Hugely effective. Yikes. That was all around just the worst. So yes, that is pretty much on par. That is the first time you should technically meet the pursuer, and then you never see him there again, as far as I know. So it's like you're exploring the wall, fighting footmen, and that is your first, oh no, it's about to get serious situation. But then you don't have to fight him there again. I believe if we return here now, we can collect the items. And then he will just be waiting up at the top of the wall, in the actual arena. But they may have changed all of this. I don't know where these guys came from. Maybe they were just lying around and stood up. Or maybe they come into play after the pursuer leaves for the first time. I don't know. Ah, another Estus shard. That is fantastic. I'm up to 5 now. That will take me up to 6, I suppose. So, we've cleared the first pursuer encounter. Or not cleared, we've failed it horribly, but now it's gone. And we're ready for the next. We're also ready to go down into Sinner's Rise. We're ready to start exploring the Grave of Saints. We still have the Scorpion battle to help our man Scorpion Tark friend. So many possibilities. I will briefly jump back to Majula to use that shard we just found, and we will start there next time. Thank you so much for your patience and coming with me here. Glad to have you along for the adventure.
Is that a
And
shard?
I'm sorry to have you along for the adventure,
Here,
especially with my voice being so scratchy and strange.
that I may help you to see light. However,
All right. So we now have 6 sips of Estus. Sounds like the beginning of a pretty great nursery rhyme. And we will see you back here in Majula at the very, very next opportunity. And thank you again. Stay safe out there. Keep your toilet papers tucked tightly under your arm. And be good to one another. And to yourself, as always. I will see you next time. Bye for now.